Question 6. Maximum mark is 6 and it's 3 and 3. On 1st of January 2020, Laurie invests $P in an account that pays a nominal annual interest of 5.5% compounded quarterly. 5.5%, that's awesome. The amount of money in Laurie's account at the end of each year follows a geometric sequence with common ratio R. Find the value of R, giving your answer to 4 significant figures. Laurie makes no, and then B, Laurie makes no further deposits. Find the year in which the amount of money in Laurie's account will become double the amount she invested. Okay, let's do part A first. So, probably reaching for your formula pack. Your formula pack does have a value for compound interest. Compound interest is final value is equal to the present value times by the 1 times by the rate over 100 times by the number of compounds raised to the power of number of compounds and number of years. And it says that it follows a geometric sequence with common ratio R. That tells us this must represent the common ratio R. Okay, I know we've got an R here, but this R stands for rate, doesn't stand for the common ratio. So we should be able to say that R is equal to 1 times by, right, let's get the rate. The rate is 5.5. We have 100 times by 4, and we have 4 to the power of 1, because we're just looking at it at the end of each year. Okay, so we put that into a calculator. We're going to end up with R is equal to 4 significant figures. Okay, very strange, but you should end up with 1.056. So you type that into a calculator, you end up with a value of 1.056. M1, A1 for recognizing this bit, so this section is the M1, A1, and then your accuracy mark from the answer. Laurie makes no further deposits. Sorry, I'll move on to the second bit. Laurie makes no further deposits or withdrawals from the account. Find the year in which the amount of money in Laurie's account will be double the amount she invested. Okay, so let's have a look at what she's got. So she originally, is she a she? Yeah, she, okay. So she has the present value, which is P, and we're going to times that by, what are we times that by? 1 plus 5.5 over 400, sorry, I'm just doing 4 times 100 because you recognize that, for n. Okay, so that, we don't know the number of periods, the n, but we do know the number of compounds, and we know the initial investment was P. She's going to let it double, so we're going to end up with 2P. Okay, so we're setting up our value. From there, we've got loads of different ways of solving this. So we could say that we need 1 plus 5.5 over 400. That needs to equal P. No, it doesn't. Sorry, it needs to equal 2. My bad, because we're dividing both sides by P. And when you work through that, so calculator, financial solver, the next video in the playlist will be the financial solver or the GDC on how you do this. You should end up with n implies 12.7 years. But then we need to put it in context of the question. Find the year. Okay, so on the 1st of January 2020, she put some money in. In the 12th year after 2020, she gets, it doubles. Okay, so if we do 12 add 2020, we're going to get the year 2032. So the final answer is the year is 2032. Where do the marks come in? We're going to have an M1, A1 for this substitution. Any calculation arrives at this answer to here, but you've got to make sense of the question, so the final mark is in the 2032.